Hello and welcome to Talkin Baseball. The Astros push it to Game 6. Just like Trev told you they would. Let's do it. Hello and welcome to Talkin Baseball, brought to you by DraftKings. My name is Jimmy. Sitting next to me is Jake in California. We got Trevor Plouffe and behind the dish producer BB. Man, I'm gonna check the patrons because I haven't checked those in a while. Wow. There might be some people I need to shout out, deserving shout outs. Looks like we got Thomas Martin, Jacob East, and Joseph Burkhead. So thank you very much to those three people for supporting us via Patreon and enjoying the perks that come with being a Patreon member. Happy Halloween to everyone. Post-Halloween, hope you had the time of your life. Jake put on a one-man show.
Yes.
Performance of a lifetime. How are you feeling from that?
It was a complete spooktacular. It was good, man. I mean, so many good people within our little fam. Talked to you, talked to Trev, talked to Peter Moylan live from the stadium for a little bit. Me and Ian Happ, big beefing. It's kind of the talk of the company right now these days. So
They're also beefing with Trev.
It was good, man. And last night was fun, and I just killed a bug. Old Thick with the Grand Slam. We're popping bottles in the ATL. And then, I don't know, did the bad men show up last night? Did they bring the series back to H-Town, Funky Town, Space City, H-Town, Houston? They sure did.
Town where the roof...
City where the roof goes open and closed sometimes.
Yeah.
It's Kelsey Winger. So... I don't know, that's kind of been my morning. We haven't fully processed how big this Game 6 is besides Trevor Plouffe's Braven 6 prediction, so I'm excited to talk about it.
Trev, are you excited to talk about it? Are you nervous?
I'm not nervous yet. I think tomorrow, who's playing for more, me or the Braves? I don't know.
You'll both remember it forever.
Honestly, you.
I think it might be me. I will say this. I think I'd rather be a Houston fan right now than a Braves fan. We'll get into it. We'll talk about the games, but going back to Houston is very scary. I know Houston has some bullpen stuff going on. Gonna have to cover a lot of innings. I get it, but if I had to pick a fan base to be a part of right now, it'd probably be Houston.
Really?
Interesting. I think it's scary.
It's scary.
Braves still one win away from the whole damn thing, and they got the best two starting pitchers left, though. And all of those pitchers are perfectly groomed.
Rather be a member of Houston's fan base. A member.
Shave your
A
member.
big member.
I feel like people don't call their penis member anymore. I feel like that had a big
I think it was
90s
just,
phase, 2000s.
Gold member. I think it was just Austin Powers.
Oh,
jokes.
around then.
Yeah, I think it was just that. Well, this holiday season, we're giving thanks to our friends at Manscaped. Do I tell my extended family that I have the Performance Package 4.0 from the global leaders in below waist trimming? Trimming? Jake, do I tell
you
them?
should tell your family that, yeah.
Not to mention, it includes the Lawnmower 4.0. I should tell them?
Tell them.
I think when you get around the table
Manscaped?
at Thanksgiving, you should be like, check out what I've got working on. Manscaped really works.
Yes.
Check it.
Maybe I'll have Luke do that. Well, you can get the Lawnmower 4.0. Trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. They also got the LED light. They got the Weed Whacker. It's got 9,000 RPM, motor-powered 360-degree rotary dual-blade system to provide proprietary skin-safe technology.
Yep.
It's badass. You guys should go get yourselves one. When you do, you can get 20% off plus free shipping with code Talkin at manscaped.com. Waterproof, water resistant. It's the best.
there's nothing better than when you fully manscape. Like when you go and you spend a good 30 minutes, get everything in order down there, and then once that's in order, you take the nose hair trimmer, you stuff it up your nostrils, and you get rid of all those disgusting dangling hairs, and you just look like $1,000,000. You can look like $1,000,000 for like what? $30, $40? I don't know what it costs.
Well, it's 20% off plus free shipping. Code Talkin, manscaped.com. Who looked like $1,000,000 last night, Jake? Maybe your burn will tell it. Maybe we'll have a specific line. Say, he looked like $1,000,000.
Who looked like $1,000,000? Okay, I can work that in.
Work it in.
Yeah.
Work it in.
Okay.
Let's see. Work it into the burn.
World Series Game 5 in Atlanta. Braves with a 3-1 series lead and a chance to win the World Series at home. No team has done that since 2013. Wow. Tucker Pete Davidson tries to give his best weekend update in Atlanta sports history in a long time, but they'd have to get through Framber Valdez, our king, and the Houston Astros with their back against the wall. Watch out. Speaking of back to the wall, old thick, the lifetime Brave, Adam Duvall, Grand Salami, Oppo Taco. They're going nutty in Georgia. It's 4-0 Braves, but really good fortitude by the Houston Astros as Bregman with the RBI double and Maldonado machete sac fly 4-2 after 2. In the third again, Correa, there's the bad man. He gets the RBI double. Uli, oh no, watch my runner score. Tied up at 4 apiece. Freddie Freeman feeling like $1,000,000. He hits a home run. Makes it a 5-4 game. 460 feet. FTX gave us some moonshot money, which is going to be $1,000,000 for us. In the fifth, how's your RBI walk? Machete, the fake bunt on 3-1. It works, I guess. Tied up at 5s. And then, how about your throwback Thursday? Caught me a Marwin. Former Astros great Marwin Gonzalez, current Astros bench guy Marwin Gonzalez, the huge 2 RBI single. It's 7-5. Make it 8. Machete Maldonado again, 8-5. Correa RBI single. They are working 9-5 in Atlanta as Houston gets the 9-5 victory. They get their second win of the series to make it 3-2. Framber didn't have it, but the bullpen did. 6.1 shutty. We are going back to H-Town, Funky Town, Space City, Clutch City, city where the roof opens, city where you buy newspapers. Houston, we're going there. They love us. 3-2, 9-5 final.
Hell yeah.
Newspaper sales are actually historically low in Houston.
Is that true?
No.
I don't know. It feels kind of like a mobile fan, too.
Could be true.
So hot.
Yeah.
Do you think newspapers were more popular back when newspapers were a thing in hotter cities?
Most popular newspapers.
Because you're right. Buy a paper, you can fan yourself with that thing so easily.
What is it, the Houston Chronicle? Cronpod?
Dude, that's like men used to wear like hard-brimmed hats. That was an instant fan themselves with that too. But then hard-brimmed hats aren't light, so they're kind of also helping you get sweat.
So I have the top 100 newspapers in the United States rankings in front of me from infoplease.com.
My favorite.
Can I guess number 1?
Yes.
New York.
USA Today.
USA Today.
Oh.
Boom. That's easy. That's everywhere.
Number 2?
New York Times.
Oh, it's 3.
Okay.
Wall Street Journal, 2.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's another national one.
You guys want to guess where Houston is?
So this is the newspaper.
Newspaper.
Oh, okay. I thought we were doing newspaper cities because people buy Wall Street Journal in Houston.
Right.
Imagine you're in 1910.
Okay.
I'm there.
Present.
You're there. You're walking the streets. You flip a a coin to the little kid on the corner and say, "Give me a paper, son. I gotta learn stuff today." Imagine getting your news.
Do you have me as
and
the
having to
newsboy?
read it?
I do.
Yeah, Jimmy's flipping you a coin. He gets the paper. Now Jimmy has to read the news instead of going on TikTok and having a 14-year-old explain it to them. That sounds horrible.
Such hell. Houston Chronicle listed as the number 9 newspaper.
Wow, good for them. Big city, a lot of people. 4th. All right. Anyway, this game, the Grand Slam.
Yikes!
You think? I mean, Atlanta fans had to be. There were probably some text messages sent. There were probably some things said after that Grand Slam that were a little ahead of themselves. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them at all. First inning, Grand Slam, 4-0 lead. Credit to the Astros for just saying, and dude, credit to the Astros for winning this game. I mean, Framber goes 2.2. They go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different relievers who all go blank the rest of the way. And the bats come alive. And Trev, tell us what you tell them what you told us, where you think the Astros won this game.
The second inning. You get, inning. I don't know how to say the word.
Inning.
People stop.
You say it how you say it.
Inning.
Thank
get
you,
off
James.
the
Change who you are.
5, and then you play the next inning.
It's just a sound, a vibration coming from my vocal cords. Okay, guys, you know what I mean.
Okay.
I thought the second inning was where Houston won the game. They put Bregman down to the 7 hole. He gets in at bat there, hits the double, gets second and third from Maldonado. Basically answering the Grand Slam with 2 runs of their own. That's a 2-run lead is nothing in today's game. And that's when it felt like, okay, it's a game again. If they go and, Snicker makes a move or Tucker gets out of that inning and it's 4-0 still, I think the game starts to feel much different. But when you punch back right away like that, I think that was like huge for not momentum, but just, as a team, Houston was like, okay, like we want to get back in it. Now we're actually back in it. And it happened really quickly. I think that was the biggest part of the game for them.
I talked about this on Wake and Jake this morning. When we make J-War, I think the bounce back inning deserves more love. Because I do think that is more impactful. When you get punched and you punch back, when you give yourself some life in this game, you give up a grand slam on an inning where Alex Bregman, if he fields that ball, I don't think we get a grand slam. I think Framber's out of the woods and he has a clean World Series first inning. Instead, gives up a grand slam. And then for Bregman to come back and do it, I think that was impactful. That's for me. You guys heard me last time we talked. I was talking about how there hasn't been Bregman and Correa. Their paw prints were all over this game. And I think that is my most significant takeaway, that like those guys are now back a part of this series as we head back to Houston and all that those guys need to be there.
Yeah. They got to keep Bregman down in the lineup, right? You think they're not going to switch him back to the 3 hole? I think they want to keep him down there.
Keep him down.
Yeah, I mean, very good job by the Astros. Give them a lot of credit for fighting back when it was 4-0 and all that. That being said, Braves fans, you're in fine shape. It's scary going back to Houston. I get that. But you have your 2 pitchers available. And Minter got burnt here in this game. And that's okay. Other than that, I mean, Tucker Davidson hadn't pitched since June 15th.
Yeah.
I mean, you already got Kyle Wright to give you a hell of an outing. You can't get 2. You can't get 2 like that. And then, Jesse Chavez pitches. Minter. Martin gets 1.1 inning. He's got an off day, though. Other than that, your pitching is exactly where you want it to be going into games 6 and 7. The only scary part is that you're in Houston, and maybe their bats woke up this game, but maybe their bats woke up because they were facing the B pitchers, basically, besides Minter. who they did get some hits. Correa got a hit, Yuli got a hit, and then, intentionally walking Bregman to get to Maldonado. That's like a decision based on too broad of stats for me. Didn't like that decision. Like, who's given better at bats this series, Bregman or Maldonado? It's the easiest answer in the world. Obviously, if you go over their career.
Haven't they both been bad, though?
Maldonado's, worked some good at bats. Like, Jake was talking about the one against Will Smith from the game
he's
before.
He's hitting 114 in the postseason, though.
I understand that, but he's seen tons of pitches. He's, had at bats where you're like, Maldonado's in it. Bregman, his first pitch lost. I didn't like that move.
I think that's where the conversation turns. If you're going to walk Bregman, that's one of the clear situations where you can unintentionally walk him, and he might get himself out. He's been doing that a lot.
Exactly.
So why don't you – I think the argument is because at the end of the day, would you rather face Alex Bregman or Maldonado? I think it's Maldi, but seventh inning, Alex Bregman popped out first pitch again, kind of like he had been doing. So, yeah, to not – it seemed like the good spot.
It's a tough spot to put Minter in, too, where now walk is the tying run.
Exactly. That you might as well give him a shot at Breggy there. So, yeah, that's tough in hindsight.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those moves. He had a couple different moves yesterday that didn't go well that, we can talk about now because they didn't end up well. But, leaving Tucker in to – get through the second inning or even having him go back out for the third inning. I think they just kind of had, with him specifically, they had a plan. Snicker after the game said they wanted to try to get 75 pitches out of him. I think they ended up only getting up 50-something. I don't know, man. You can't fault him too much for that decision. I know it backfired and they walked him, but.
Yeah, I guess, but at least you got to throw pitches to Bregman. He's been getting himself out like crazy. If you want to dance around it, but. And then Maldonado with the bluff bunt. 3-1 pitch, bases loaded, 2 outs.
Great.
I love it.
Bunt.
It's it's
too.
half ironic, but it's half real because that's how mental the game is. There's 0.0 chance he's going to try to bunt the ball. There's 2 outs, bases loaded. Pitcher would just field it and lightly toss it to the catcher for the force out at home. 0 chance he tries to bunt the ball. But 3-1, show it. Fuck with him a little bit. See if it does anything. And who knows if that's the reason it's a ball or not. But why not? It's one of the funny mental parts of baseball.
Yeah, I love the bluff bunt. It's almost the same as when guys just step out of the box halfway through the windup.
Oh yeah.
I ain't swinging. So here you go. It's really easy for you. And then the guy throws a ball.
It's baseball also sicko stuff. Let's say Maldonado does that. It's a fastball down the middle, and then he strikes out on a curveball in the dirt next pitch. I think everyone would be killing Maldonado today. What was that? But our guy, Jerry Blevins, he had the best tweet. It's, again, beauty of sports, beauty of baseball. He's the hardest times in my life to throw a strike is when you need to throw a strike. And that's where, half this game is 90% mental. Yogesh.
Yep.
Yogesh.
Oh, boy.
Any other big takeaways here? I thought when Freddie hit the homer.
Yeah.
I was like, well, okay. Let's just ride that out. That seems fitting.
Yes.
Marwin.
Yes.
Sorry, Trim.
I was walking around trick-or-treating with bad service, and I was going, when I got to a house of someone I knew, I was like, hey, what's going on? What's going on with the game? When I saw Freddie put him ahead, I was like, that might be it. And then I went 30, 40 minutes without knowing the score, and then Marwin did the damn Marwin thing, and it would have been really fitting and really cool if Freddie put him ahead and they kept it going. That would have been awesome. But
the storyline was perfect. The storyline was perfect. He felt like $1 million. Yes. Jake said it.
And that was 460. I know it still counts the same, but that feels a little different.
What was that? A moon balloon.
It sure was. And my investment plan. And yeah, I mean, first pitch to Marwin, you know, we'll see where this series lands, but it's a cutter over the plate. Marwin gets jammed, but it drops. And, you know, being a pinch hitter, kind of, you see a lot of pitch hitters come up and they look for a first pitch fastball and swing on it because, you know, that's kind of the pitcher's mindset. Get ahead. If you're the pinch hitter, you know they want to get ahead. That's the chicken and mouse that happens. So, I mean, jams them. The exit velo couldn't have been good on it, but it drops, and that's 2 runs right there. And, I mean, we're talking, you know, the Maldonado walk kind of gets the headlines for the fake bunt and tying the game. But if, let's say that Marwin gets jammed a little bit there, that's a pop-out to short, and we're talking about a 5-5 game into the 5th. And, man, good for – I guess that's where I keep landing today. Like, not grand slam in the first inning. Houston comes back. Freddie Freeman hits a moonblast to put them back up 5-4 after they come back. And they do the damn thing. So I know Atlanta, they didn't burn their bodies, but it's just going to be very interesting. This game 6 that, you know, we've got coming up on Tuesday night with our boy Max. I mean, that becomes the game of the series, not only for Trevor Plouffe's prediction, but if it's game 7 and you're Atlanta and there's the 3-1 stuff around Atlanta, and you had a 4-0 lead, and you could have gone to your good bullpen a little earlier, that becomes the storyline quick.
And then the storyline becomes Trevor Plouffe's prediction. And then I take the tweet of your prediction, and I get it engraved on a dugout mug, and I drink out of that mug. Psych. I put it on a mantle. And it's got your perfect prediction on there, and you guys can also have a dugout mug if you predict who will win the game. Is this the wrong ad read? Is this still what they're doing, BBD?
That was during the game last night. I don't know if that's an active thing.
Well, let's just do this. Last chance for 35% off with code JOMBOY.
Was last night.
So if you got that, you're
It's down
good.
to 30 now.
30 if you're doing any Christmas shopping this year. This is the best deal you're going to find. Use code JOMBOY on their new metal mugs or the classic wood dugout mugs. Tonight is your last chance.
I'm going to test it out right now. I'm going to get myself a dugout mug.
They got the inked mugs. All you have to do, they're giving away a bunch of the newest products like the metal dugout mug and the full color inked dugout mug. All you have to do is tag them in a photo or video of you using your dugout mug while watching the World Series. If you don't have any items for dugout mugs yet, use code JOMBOY at dugoutmugs.com and grab a metal or inked dugout mug so you can start swinging for the fences.
We've been cheersing and chugging on all the homers.
Yeah.
Send a video and tag them in it of you cheersing and chugging too.
Trev, some people, because we're having so much fun with your prediction and I'm putting it on my dugout mug and everyone else is going to put on theirs, are going to forget, because they're just going to get memed to death with us talking about nonstop, how wild it is if it comes true.
I know.
It's the wildest thing.
There's a lot to take in here. Go to dugoutmugs.com. Get your order in now.
Predicting it
You won't.
the way you did is like in football if you predicted the score. If you were like, Pats over Falcons 23-3. Like, and then the actual score came true.
Happens.
Yeah.
Because you did in 6.
But it's more than that because, like, that's just one game.
Yeah, this is
A whole
That's pretty
season.
fucking crazy.
I predicted the whole thing, guys.
I just put in
Yeah, go ahead.
I was looking at the Arizona Diamondbacks stainless steel bat mug. Some of the most reviews of that item. Could you say there's a correlation to their super fan promoting the product? If you put in code JOMBOY, it just gave me $17.50 off.
Nice.
So go plug that in. That's real. That's real.
Yeah.
That's a meal.
So much is on the line, Trev. Need the Braves. To
So
win.
much is.
Have you texted Max?
Mm-hmm.
No, I won't text Max. I won't do that to him.
Like,
I mean, that's really funny that it's actually him. I haven't put that together. It's my buddy starting the game. Like, there's a lot on the line for Max and I on Tuesday night. Holy shit! Like, I'm gonna be a nervous wreck watching it. And I thought, like, should I go to a bar and like
you
have
should
my
fly
buddy-
out here.
Come
We'll get
out
a bunch
here.
of poppers for
You
you.
bitch.
Red eye in, red eye out.
I'd rather
Do it. What are you,
Nameless
soft?
Jeff will watch
What are
your
you?
kids.
What are you? Soft? You wearing jackets while you run the bases?
I'll tell Nameless Jeff to watch your kids.
Bring on.
I'd rather go to Houston. It's just bask in it. I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the game tomorrow. There's a possibility I fly out to New York. I'm still thinking about it.
Plane.
Take the PJ.
You better call Olivia. She already got mad at me last night because I went out.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Zach Greinke pinch hitting, getting hit?
Yeah.
Shouldn't be over.
And what happened, Jimmy?
Yeah.
What happened when he got on first base?
Smiled?
Didn't want the jacket.
Yeah, because it's not that cold.
He probably read our tweets. Was like, you know what? They're right. Let's stop this nonsense.
They've calmed down, the people that are mad about the jacket, so that's good. But
for now,
first pitcher to get a pinch hit since 1923.
Bogey
I think
Lewis
I read.
or whoever, yeah.
He has like more playoff hits than, was it Ted Williams?
I was really hoping Framber was going to snake him. One of the worst open batting stances of all time.
Dude, you know what, Jake? I haven't seen that because I was on the phone with you because I was driving around doing errands for that.
Not hitterish.
Okay, let me.
You're talking about the second inning?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I was telling Jim on the phone, like, you know, with an open batting stance, that's the easiest way to look hitterish. Like, you're kind of inviting the ball to the plate a little more. Framby.
Not as open as I thought it was.
That swing was good. No, it's just like a sad open. But then he gets ready. I don't know.
Like a college hitter. I don't know. I guess I think it'd be funnier if I saw it first because I was expecting
some setup stuff.
I was expecting it to look like when like Dellin Betances got the bat. Like that looks decent enough for me. Like we've seen some pitchers look ridiculous.
For a World Series, that's tough.
Yeah.
Sorry, NL people.
Jorge, thank you.
Yeah, and then Kendall Graveman came up late. Chance to do it.
There was a collective sigh of relief after the game ended last night. All these pitchers are finally like, thank God I can put my batting gloves away.
Did you hear Snit's comments on it?
What? What do you say?
He was like, yeah, I'm really excited for there to be a DH next year. It's going to be much more fun to watch.
Yeah.
It's just funny because there's a lot of NL fans that
that think they're enjoying that more.
That are going to be like mad at that. He said that as an NL guy. He said he's looking forward to next year when there's most likely will be a universal DH. It'll be a better game to watch.
Yes.
Not my manager.
Snit's pretty cool, man.
I think the other kind of storyline from last game to bring us up to Braves in 6, Game 6, Trevor Plouffe Bowl. Urquidy came in out of the pen, throws an inning in this game. Everyone assumed he was going to be the Game 6 starter. And then Dusty after the game says Luis Garcia is going to get the pill on short rest for Game 6.
Mm-hmm.
Dusty's got a plan.
Dusty has had plans, you know?
Plan maker.
Thon maker.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really we'll see. Houston's got a hit. They got to score. They scored. How many runs did the Astros get yesterday? 5, and that was like the best. I was, they had to get 9 runs to win the game. How many when Houston won the other game this series? What was it? They won 7-2.
Yeah, they won 7-2 Game 2. Scoring 5 runs here. Yeah, I mean that's kind of been the key. Somewhere around there. You don't have to have a crazy offensive day because the pitching's just been so good. You know what I gotta do?
What do you gotta do?
Because I gotta text Lucas Giolito and say, tell Maxie whatever he's doing with his glove that you said, like figure it out.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we can't be having that.
Can't
in Houston.
Can't be having that.
BBD, can you hit the passing button for me?
Passing.
Jake, I could have handed this one off to you last night.
Wow.
I knew about this. This is football.
Oh,
We're talking football. Vaughn to the Rams, I had it yesterday. Or at least that it was happening.
Thanks for passing it on, dude.
Yeah, I didn't know I don't know what the protocol is with that. I can't be like just sharing stuff.
Oh, dude, I was gonna tell you Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian were holding hands on
they're dating,
Knott's Farm yesterday, but
my neighbor, she had a party yesterday. Old Kim K.
Nobody cares.
I didn't get invited.
Was your kid there?
No.
Most RBIs in a game facing elimination catchers in World Series history. Wow.
Yeah, Maldi, three productive at bats. That's big.
So,
also,
World Series catcher elimination game.
Bang.
Yogi Berra, 4.
Something else, and BBD can confirm I was saying this on the stream, and a Dansby Swanson fielding error doesn't help, but they let Tucker Davidson hit in the second inning. He was the second batter of the inning after the Braves scored 2. Bregman Maldonado. Again, if the Astros win Game 6, which they can't because it's Braves in 6, but if they do, Tucker Davidson comes out for the top of the third after he was the second batter of the inning. Swanson error, Brantley walk, he's pulled. So, not only could you have had a batter hit with 1 out to potentially do something for the top of your lineup, also you could have gave Jesse Chavez a clean inning or whoever you go to. So that's there's a lot of little things you could circle in this game. Braves lost a 4-0 lead in a deciding World Series game. Like I don't like that. I don't like that.
It was. You can't get too mad at Snit because, I mean, maybe you can. I don't know. You start a guy who's got 0 experience basically, and then you trust him to go back out there for the third. He did say he wanted to get 75 pitches out of him, so that was like they talked about that was the plan. Snit had a plan didn't work, but I agree. I mean, they could have taken him out, put in, I mean, Rosie said this morning, instead of bringing Chavez, do you bring in Minter? Maybe he gets out of it. I know he struggled in his appearance, but you put him in that, maybe it's different. It just seemed to me like they were really hoping to get some length out of Tucker, and they didn't.
Yeah, I think they had to burn Lee and go to right the day before, and they made their big move in that game, and I just think he was like, oh, no, I can't do this again, especially with the lead this time. It was 4-2.
Why not start Minter? Why not start him?
4-0 at the time?
It was 4-2. He gave up the 2 runs, and then he comes up.
And then it was
second.
Then it was the error and then the walk, and then they took him out.
Wouldn't you want, like, you go back and you want to get some length out of Tucker. Why wouldn't he be the bulk guy in the middle of the game then? I feel like making a guy who doesn't have the experience start a World Series game is daunting. Whereas, you start Minter.
I don't know if he's ever come out of the bullpen before, and that sometimes can be. I think Tucker's only started before, so if you're going to use him, you probably want him to have as normal as a routine as he can probably have from his past. I know in MLB he hasn't come out of the pen before. I don't know in AAA if he has. It doesn't look like he ever has since 2017 when he was 21 years old. So I guess otherwise I agree. If he had any experience coming out of the pen, then I think you could try to go steal like Chavez someone for the first inning, then him.
Yeah.
But a little harder situation to be like, hey, you haven't pitched since June 15th, and now you're going to come out of the bullpen in the World Series.
Yeah, but it's already, I get that, but it's already a weird situation. Like you're starting a World Series game. It's already like, holy shit.
For sure.
It's not a regular start, but I get what you're saying. As long as they give him a clean inning, though, I feel like maybe we look back and that's, a bad decision by
nothing. It's Braves in 6.
Braves in 6.
This had to happen, man.
Braves in 6.
That's all it ever was.
If you're Atlanta, do you have to mess with anything? A couple people were saying, do you slide Ozzie down? He's kind of been having a tough series too far. I mean, do you just Just keep rolling it out there.
I think you just keep rolling it out there.
I mean, with Garcia pitching, right?
Yep.
Garcia, 3.21 earned last time. Versus him, they rolled out Eddie, Freddie. That's funny. Eddie, Freddie, Ozzy, Austin. Eddie, Freddie, Albies, Austin. Trying to make it the most fun way you could say it. Soler. No, I think because he's switch, you just like him there for bullpen reasons. Like that.
Is Jock still your pinch hitter? Does he find his way into the lineup against the righty? Like, are we sticking with this Game 5 lineup with Soler at the top and Freeman and then Ozzy?
I think against righties they've been doing Eddie leadoff, Soler 5-hole, and Jock should be able to start because they'll have the DH.
Yeah,
Adam Duvall in center because he's always on the Braves.
He's always on the Braves, and he's old and thick.
Grand Slam. Adam Duvall probably pissed. Could have had a game, like a World Series winning Grand Slam game.
Him and Freddie. There's nothing like you get a hit in the bottom of the 8th inning to put your team up. You're like, dude, fuck yeah, let's go get these outs in the 9th. I'll be getting interviewed on the field after the game. Then your bullpen blows in the 9th. You're like, you stole that from me,
idiots.
You stole some shine from me, man.
What do you guys think the over-under is going to be for Game 6? I mean, you got Max and Garcia. Garcia went 3.21 earned in his game, and in Max's first game, he went 5 innings, 6 earned.
He found it late,
but he did.
It's going to be 8.5.
Think so?
Or it could even be. I think it's going to be big. I think it's going to be like 8.5 or 9.5.
Allow me to go to DraftKings Sportsbook, the number one sportsbook in the land, to check it out.
Right now it's 9.
Is that the highest?
9.
Is that the highest we've had this World Series?
They're all right around that.
Yeah.
Run around, so I would guess that's the highest of the World Series so far.
Altuve didn't homer. I put money on that yesterday on my DraftKings Sportsbook, and it didn't happen. The payout was good, so it wasn't bad. I didn't put a lot on there, but I didn't realize they were going to win, which I should have, because I should have trusted Trev the entire time.
Yeah.
Because Altuve is going to homer again this World Series.
Has to.
That was the thought process. He has to. So I just might double back on it tomorrow. You guys, if you want to play some money on the game, what you can do is you bet $1 on any World Series game. So bet $1 on Game 6 in one way, and then if it goes on and the Astros win, you'll have $100 in free bets to bet on Game 7, or you take that $100 in free bets and you bet it on anything else. They probably got some weird shit on there. They got darts. You can go bet it all on the darts. Should I make a darts bet right now?
Make
Not
one
in
darts.
New Jersey. I can't do it. I wish I could. Damn. DraftKings Sportsbook customers can also get skin in the game this World Series with the same game parlays. Luke loves the parlays. My brother Luke loves all the free stuff they do. Like they do free tournaments and free. You can just enter all the free pools constantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use promo code JOMBOY. Just bet $1 on any World Series game and win $100 in free bets if either team gets a hit. That's promo code JOMBOY at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the 2021 World Series. You must be 21 or older, New Jersey, Indiana, or PA. Only new customers only. Minimum $5 deposit, $1 wager required. One per customer. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Major League Baseball trademarks and copyrights are used with permission of Major League Baseball. Visit MLB.com. Visit MLB.com. Oh, man. That's so silly.
We got to give a shout out to the Astros core 4, who surpassed Jeets and all those guys for most postseason games played. That's pretty cool, man. And maybe that'll never happen again. I don't know. Like
They've surpassed
I feel like
Jeter?
it's a really. Well, whoever the Yankees played the most. Maybe the Yankees 4 or whatever the hell it was.
So are 4 players who all played together in a game?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it's got to be.
So
yeah.
So does Pettit? Pettit's a pitcher?
I would assume Pettit out Bernie in.
Yeah. There's a weird way they had to finagle that because
That's games that Mo got used.
Because that doesn't make sense. Because Mo was a reliever. Because, I mean, Jeter, Posada have like 130 postseason games.
All right. I mean, it was an Instagram post I saw, so I just wanted to give a shout out. I don't know.
Played a lot.
Shout out to them. They played a lot of games. That's just, there's got to be some really weird math because
There'll never be a Posada.
Jeter and Posada, the two position players in the core four, have to have double the amount of postseason games as those guys. So I don't know how they did that math.
Let's see. Astros.
They're saying,
core.
someone in the chat says Jeter, Bernie, Tino, Paul O'Neill is the group they used there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they just finagled their way to make that into a stat. They should have just said, congrats on the Astros for playing a fuckload of postseason games.
So many freaking postseason games.
That's a real weird. I love myself some butcher knife stats. To go Tino and Paul O'Neill.
Is there any way Correa comes back to the Astros? Any way?
There is.
That'd be a lot of fun, man, to keep this
Bregman's
thing
opened up
going
the
because
chains.
I think I was mistaken saying like, hey, I mean, I wasn't mistaken because I said like the core is going to be broken up and it's going to be a different Astros team, but like they kind of just have a new core now. You know, Springer's gone, but they got Tucker and Yordan, and if they get Correa back, Altuve's there for the long haul. Like they could just keep running it back, dude. It's not like the AL West is good. The AL West stinks besides the Mariners.
J.P. Crawford's Mariners.
J.P. Crawford is a freaking legend, but the A's are shipping everybody out of town. The Angels will never, ever figure it out. I'm sorry, Nate Steele. I'm not a believer in Perry.
Hi,
No.
Robbie Ray, Kikuchi.
I hate that franchise almost as much as I
Andy
hate
returns.
the Texas
Stroman?
Rangers.
Jansen Junk.
Trevor Story.
Maybe they'll just go get another bat this
a lot of
offseason.
Angels World Series talk.
Braden Olthoff.
Oh,
Yeah.
Eno Saris, Donnie Ecker to the Rangers. Hitting coach.
Yeah, for the Giants.
Yeah,
Taken away from the best coaching staff in the league.
obviously.
It's going to be that way.
Yeah,
There's
pillage.
going to be a lot of guys leaving.
Well, and the Red Sox hitting coach just denied. He said, no, I don't want to come back. And then they think he's going to go to college. There's a lot of episodes to do in the future on all this stuff. This will be my last episode for like 3 weeks, so I bid you adieu. I'll give my big thanks to everyone for a great season and for following along. I mean, from February and March, every single day we released episodes for, I think, 45 days, and October through now, every single day, basically, for 45 days again, and in between all of the, 3 episodes a week, we've grown like fucking crazy. It's been insane. We have like a lot of goals we set at the beginning of seasons and stuff for growth, and I think we blew past them as quickly as we possibly could, which was amazing. So I'm out for the next 3 weeks. Baby's coming very soon. So I just wanted to get a chance to say thanks to everyone for helping and being part of this. Appreciate it. Community is awesome.
It is awesome. Thank you, James, for your commitment. I hope you enjoy the first few weeks of fatherhood. There's going to be a lot of pine tar poops, which will turn into mustard seed poops.
Mhm.
You'll love
He's
it.
dealt with
Let's bottle
that.
up and
People-
sell that.
How do you think we met?
Yeah, people talk about, oh, you got to change diapers. Changing diapers is so easy, man. Don't let people scare you.
I changed
Being a
Luke's
father's the best.
diapers.
Yeah, you're good.
My brother. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for the meconium poop.
Don't let people scare you. Good words any day.
Great words.
I also want to say thank you to the Talking Baseball community. It's been a lot of fun. We
We
do work hard here.
You'll be with them.
But yeah, we work. I'm just saying in general, man, it's been a long season. We've been doing this. I mean, how many episodes did we do this year? A lot.
One of the,
And our boys and our girls are always with us in the chat.
Always.
I believe at some point during TPPs is when we crossed 300. So
What episode number
Those
is
who
this?
don't identify with a gender
423.
also with us. That's fine.
Or one of the early TPPs was this 300. So between every day there.
That's the start of the season, right? TPP season.
Yeah, for us.
Cool.
That's crazy.
Call it a $130.
276 was the first
The first one, wow.
TPP. And what are we at now?
423.
I'm doing the math.
147 episodes.
Yes.
And we got more because World Series ain't over. I was just saying goodbye because I'll be gone.
At least one more.
See ya.
Yeah.
Finally, some fun around here.
Sex pods coming up.
Naked. Every single pod naked. Until Jim gets back.
Yeah.
Off screen. Below the belt.
Yeah.
Jacket
That's how
guys
Jake
can
does
finally
most.
hang out.
That's how Jake does most shows. All right. Tune in tomorrow night for the stream. I don't know who's going to be with Jake. Trev, we'll just
Trevor
get him on a
Plouffe.
red eye, get him back out. And then, let's see, then you guys will be going live Wednesday morning to recap the World Series.
Not if I
The
fly
final
out.
game.
The final game. Oh, yeah. And then you might be
'Cause it's
going.
Braves in 6.
You might be going live Wednesday night and then recapping it Thursday. And then November 8th starts the off-season schedule of 2 episodes a week, Mondays and Wednesdays, 11:30 Eastern. Approximately. We always run a little late.
Don't tell people 8:30 because it's like 8:45.
8:45 to 9 West Coast time.
Pacific.
Expect noon and be pleasantly surprised.
Yes.
When I write Gandalf's about to stroll through the Shire in the chat, you know we're about to come on.
And I've always known that.
You know that.
Yeah.
Trevor, Aragon shot first. Plouffe.
I got rid of my pee festivals.
Yeah. Jake sucks.
Rays in 6. Let's manifest this, please. My whole life depends on one freaking game that I'm not even a part of.